Hey, it's 7 o'clock, I didn't even realize. I'd like to call this Rye Township Board of Supervisor meeting to order. Please rise for a pledge of allegiance to our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you all for coming out this evening. Please join us in a moment of silence. Okay, before we go to citizen participation, I'll let you know the board did have an executive session April 29th to discuss personnel, and that was regarding hiring of the road crew to replace Willie Starner. We'll talk about that later. An offer was made to Tony Anthony, and he did accept, and he has started. But again, that was April 29th. We had a executive session regarding personnel. That takes us to citizen participation. This is for items on the agenda. Do we have any?
Nick.
Yeah, Nick. Heads up.
You're welcome. So I did work a little bit with Tanya, and just a real quick recap. So I reviewed the proposal that was provided to you by your potential contractor. I get a little squirrely when I don't see any documented requirements. So what it's kind of like if you don't know what kind of house you're building, how do you build the house, right? So you knew you had some problems, those kind of things. So it appears he went at it from an aspect of, I'm going to give you a hardened infrastructure, as we would call it in the industry. And with that, there was an expense, as I've noted there, both for hardware and labor, and then $175 potential monthly expense that he was looking at, depending on, and that's just for the software-related licensing. And then you'll see below that in E, he's offering a tiered support, either an hourly rate from $0, where you pay a fixed rate, $450, and he gives you so many hours, up to $1,080 a month, which is a little excessive, most likely for what you're going to need here. Physical facility, took a look around, again, had some discussions with Tanya. We know the door locks have been done. I know there's some appetite for maybe some cameras to be placed, so you want to make sure your infrastructure has the capability to do that. Desktop-wise, computers look okay, running Windows 11. Office 365, though, is unconfirmed. That's going to become important in October. Windows 11 is fine. MS Office 2021 has a end of support date of 10/26, so that'll be upcoming. Again, this is Microsoft pushing everybody to a cloud model, most likely in the Office 365 environment, which will come with a monthly cost as outlined in that proposal as well. Using MS Outlook to attach to PTD mail, that has helped solve some of the problems. All your software updates look to be relatively current, and you're running a antivirus, anti-malware, that seems to be fine as well. Networks provided through Blue Ridge. A little bit more investigation on this as to whether or not it's a commercial account or running as a residential account. Commercial account may have some advantages, may be a little bit more expensive, but then they do a little bit more with security for that. Off-the-shelf router with Wi-Fi. Currently, you're not maxed out at any number. You only have 3 or 4 devices on that. And that shouldn't be an issue. One issue is there is no UPS, so if you should decide that you need some level of power for your computers to keep them available should somebody need to remote in from outside, or to help prevent a a hard shutdown, like in a power outage, that helps condition that. Helps to save your computers and your TVs and all kinds of other things. That might be something you want to consider as well. Disaster recovery. So when we get to right now, your disaster recovery plan, Tanya has instituted a thumb drive system where we rotate thumb drives in and out of the office. So that's actually not a bad idea at all. Typically in a larger environment, you'd have somebody coming in every day. You know, you'd exchange secure cases with them back and forth, and they keep a day, a week, and a month, and they just keep rotating that out. Tanya's kind of doing that with you. Another way to do that would be over the internet using Office 365 and some backup software to keep a relevant backup out there. Again, when you get to an Office 365 environment, you will also be able to work from home and do some other things, something that you might want to consider downstream. Just a couple other considerations. Again, with you know, when you have Daisy here for how many ever years she was here, she's got a routine. It's all in her head. Tanya's come in and tried to get some of that squared away in a different way, and that's going to be something we should document before Tanya leaves. And certainly I'm available. I can help work with that and do that. We do have some alternatives to the services provided. So CEDACOG, I'm just going to hand that to you. Get this right. So CEDACOG hosts your website, but they also have a variety of lower cost technical services, and they also have some capability to get you some breaks on licensing should you choose to go that route. Again, I'd suggest you look at CoStars, the Department of General Services, and negotiates contracts with IT vendors and suppliers that can also provide some of those things. I suggested in an email through supervisors, the development of an ad hoc committee. Doesn't have to be something that's a long-term engagement, but we do have several residents that are willing to serve on this committee, should you decide to do that. Looked at Marysville and Carroll Township. Both of them had used competitive process to get to two vendors. Marysville uses Hinton out of, I think, Lemoyne, and Carroll Township uses MIS Computers, which is out of Millersburg. Certainly we can lessen any cost by just taking care of some of the low-hanging fruit that we have here, which would be, you know, if we want to install cages, you have the manpower to do that, to put a small cage in there to hold computer equipment that should be secured, that kind of thing. Again, I talked with the CEDACOG folks today. Email attachments, so we can talk about this then. So if you get large email attachments, some large email attachments cannot be sent because they're too large. There is some capability on the website to actually create an area for a vendor to come in and pull that, and then you can get rid of it.
So it's like a Dropbox?
Yeah, essentially, yep.
Okay.
And then, again, getting back to requirements, if there are things like security cameras, door locks, and those type of things that you want to ensure that the only people getting in and out of the building are the people that you want getting in and out of the building, that's certainly something that we can look at it too. So I just want to let you, I told you I'd give you an update with some of the things I found. Open any questions now or later, that's fine. And that's where I stand at this point.
Very good, thank you,
All right.
Nick. I
Got it.
appreciate doing all the legwork and digging up the information.
You're welcome.
Big help, thank you.
Yep.
Okay, is there anyone else at this time? Jim, did you want to talk now?
No, I can talk in emergency management.
Okay. That takes us to approval of the minutes. This is for the April 28th meeting. I did not have any revisions, corrections, adjustments, changes myself. Anybody else? I'm good with it.
Yeah.
Suzanne, I'll make a motion to approve. Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
Charlie, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Minutes from April 28th meeting are approved. Thank you for those, Tom. Persons to be heard, we have none. Zoning code enforcement. Do I have one? Oh, is that all?
That should tell us.
It looks like it's,
How did that get out of this thing? I didn't put them, I just put them up in front of you.
Thank you. Yeah. From JHA, we have 9 items and an invoice,
3 invoices.
3 invoices, one for $217.28. I make a motion to approve payment of that invoice. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Sean, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Invoice of $217.28 to JHA is approved for payment. Another one for $856.25. Make a motion to approve. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Sean, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Payment of $856.25 to JHA is also approved. And then the last one. Is for $1,751.55. Make a motion to approve payment of that one also. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
For you. See it.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Payment of, what was that,
$70.51.55
is approved.
55, yeah.
You're what?
Contacts are getting dirty.
Okay, so that will be up here. Anyone wishes to take a look? And then sewage enforcement, item B, Frederick Siebert and Associates, we have 2. One for $325. I make a motion to approve payment of that one. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Charlie, second, all in favor?
Aye.
$325 payment to FSA is approved, and then a second invoice for $100. Also to FSA, I make a motion to approve payment of that bill. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Sean, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Payment of that $100 invoice is approved. Okay, that will also be up here. All right, that takes us to item C, road report.
Okay. First mower, they had some service work done. Boom arm was cracked again, so that was re-welded. Helped spring cleanup, met with representatives for paving companies to review roads being paved. There was 2 cross pipes extended on New Valley Road. Service truck number 2, hauled tires to Liverpool. Cut down a tree on Pine Hill Road, another one on New Valley Road. They repaired the guardrails at the end of Lamb's Gap and Site Circle. Rebuilt the flower beds, cleaned the shop for election, and they got tables and stuff in here for that. One other thing, Johnny and I went out and looked at 3 culvert pipes. I guess we have to get Max on later. One's on Fleischer, 2 of them's on Rowling Rock. We need some attention on that sometime soon.
Yeah. Wouldn't doubt they haven't been touched in.
Yeah, the one of them, the bottom's completely gone, one end of the road to the other.
That's the problem with all 3, they're rusted out.
Yeah.
Was that everything?
That was it.
All right, thank you. Takes us to item D, emergency management report. Jim, Kurt?
Yeah, Kurt,
Here we go.
Okay.
Last month, I gave you a draft or a structure for the emergency management plan. Any comments? Anything I can improve on that? Haven't looked at it? No, I'm just kidding.
No, I have looked at it. Anybody else first?
No,
Sean?
I
I don't have it with me.
Okay.
Uh, Kurt, one thing that jumped out at me, it did indicate, if a supervisor or supervisors are not able to be reached, but it doesn't indicate what constitutes not being reached, you know, is it one phone call, hey, I couldn't get anybody, or is it, you know, over some time period, so I think you
Okay.
probably need clarification on that. So I did read through it, and there was quite a bit, and it was very detailed, I appreciate that.
You know, just trying to, as far as that comment regarding the supervisors, you're trying to, you know, what if the supervisor, and to your point, we have to add a little bit more to that. So, you got a note, Tanya? Okay. We'll add a paragraph on the end of that.
Okay.
Meanwhile, we are adding to that document, right, Tanya? We have a lot of, I know Charlie's on it, I think Sean's on it, and Jim, you're on it. It's a list of phone numbers and folks to call in the event of an emergency management issue in the township. So we're updating that, making sure that there's some folks on there that have passed, there's some folks on there that are really old now, that probably wouldn't want to participate.
I have that done, I just haven't gotten it to you.
Thank you.
I have it ready for you to review it.
Awesome. So we'll include that, your comment there, Jim, in the document. Last month, we also talked a little bit about the radio situation and where we can go on the mountain, perhaps getting up in the Cumberland Tower. I wrote a letter to Cumberland County, and I don't believe we've heard back from them. Mr. Saito, I think his name was.
I have not heard that.
But I did get in touch with the Game Commission, and this was after talking to New Bloomfield. When I talked to the Game Commission, he said that all of 911 in New Bloomfield have their repeaters and stuff on the Game Commission tower, not on Cumberland Tower. It's up in the same general area, up here on the ridge. So I said, well, what's the opportunity of Rye Township piggybacking on that tower so that we can extend our range of our portable radios in the event of an emergency management concern or issue, and also for the road crew to be able to talk back and forth, given that this is a warming station. And so Nathan got back to me actually today, and he said he doesn't see an issue with it at all. He has one more contact to make, but it's possible that we can actually get an antenna on that Game Commission tower. And that would extend us, give us the opportunity of talking to Marysville, talking to Carroll Township in the event of an emergency in the valley. There's a cost associated with that, and I asked Tom to put that in your packet.
That was the 13,000,
Yeah, that includes a lot of,
that was the right-of-way access for some period of time.
right away is an annual fee of $1,500. Everyone pays that. Yeah, everyone pays that.
This is the next part. The repeater, the base station that I
To
put
go, yeah, to go on that tower, we would need a way of taking the signal from the township building or from a portable radio. Portable would talk to the tower, and then it'll be amplified by 50 watts, which is a lot, right? And it would be able to make its way up and down the valley, wherever the road crew would be, or wherever we would decide Jim and I would need emergency personnel. So there is a cost to that. It's a one-time cost, with the exception of the right-of-way fee. That would be an annual fee, which is 15. I think it's 1526 or
Yeah, I think that's what you need.
something like that.
That's not on here.
That's not
No.
on.
Okay,
That's not on Moyer's.
This
quote.
is a one-time
yeah.
thing.
Yeah, for that.
The 1,500 and something is a right-of-way access through the game lands to get to the tower.
That's it.
Yeah, they don't charge you to be on the tower.
No,
They
it's
charge you access to get to the tower,
Okay.
which is kind of strange, but that's what they do. And I verified that through Richard Foltz up in New Bloomfield, and that's exactly what they pay up there. It's the same fee.
So, what I did was I went back through since the inception of the software that we're currently using, which was in 2017. And we budget $4,000 a year for emergency management, and I know that we don't use it. Last year was an exception because the radios were purchased. So since the inception in 2017, the total that has been spent for emergency management has been $13,724. So if you take 4,000 times 9 years, it would have been 36,000.
Okay.
And we've only spent 13. And the other point with doing this is that, we're giving the guys a tool that they currently do not have. When they're out plowing and somebody slides off the road, if they're on Pine Hill, they aren't gonna have reception with their cell phones either, but I really would prefer they not use their cell phones when they're driving, so these radios are a clip-on, they push a button and they instantly get someone.
Yeah, in my mind,
Yeah,
this is a necessary, of all things that are necessary, this is
on the
the
list.
top.
Let's hope we never have an emergency situation, but this summer we may have a tornado.
But it doesn't have to be catastrophic even, the communication with the cloud.
Exactly.
That's, it
Yep.
just serves from low-level need to, all the way up to, hope it never happens.
Yeah. Having it up there on the tower is the right move. It's the right move.
Okay. So do we need some action this evening on this then?
Yeah, if you wanna
Okay, yeah.
move forward, you'll need to make a motion.
Okay, I'll make that motion then, that we approve the expenditure of $13,085.32. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Charlie second, all in favor?
Alright,
Payment to Be More Radio for this system of $13,085.32 is hereby approved. And do we need to do a separate for the right of way, or does that come later? That was $1,526.
Yeah, let's wait for Nathan to get from the game commission to get back to me on that. He had one more professional courtesy contact to make. So he wants to do that before he gives the A-OK on everything, but he doesn't see an issue, is what he told me.
Okay, well, so do we need to make this contingent upon, because otherwise, we'll
We
get the
won't.
right of way.
Well, we
We
wouldn't
won't move
order
on that.
any until we would have
Yeah.
the approval anyway.
Game commission.
Okay.
how soon can they do this?
I don't know, Sean, that's a great question, I don't know.
I mean, it doesn't necessarily matter, but.
Yeah, well, it does matter to me.
Well, right, yeah.
But yeah, I get your point. Bob Moyer from B. Moyer is very responsive in this area. He
Yeah.
works hand in hand with Cumberland, with Perry, so I think he supports us really well.
He'll be, yeah. As soon as all.
Tanya met him when he was out here.
Yep.
I asked him to come out and take a look at the township building, look at the antenna. He was here, took a look at it, and of course didn't charge us anything for that. So he's a good contractor to work with, and he understands where everybody's at this point,
Right.
which is helpful.
Thanks for finding them, thanks for working with them. You also had some other business you wanted to talk about?
Oh, yeah, I'd just like to congratulate Kurt on the job he's doing as the deputy. I would like to propose that the board make him the director, and I will be happy to serve as Kurt's deputy. I think it makes good sense from the standpoint of his experience. He's a bit younger than I am. A bit.
Couple of months.
But he's doing a great job.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so I think it makes good sense for the long term for him to take the director role, and I'd be happy, I'm not going anywhere, so I'll be happy to serve as a deputy
Okay.
and help out. So however you want to act on that, I'm not in any hurry for anything, nor is Kurt, but that's kind of put that on the table.
Okay. Well, Jimmy, you've been doing a great job, and it's very much appreciated, and Kurt likewise, and so that's a good if you two gentlemen are good with the swap.
Yeah, we'll still hold
that's-
hands, you know, it'll be, so to speak.
Yeah, we appreciate all the service that you give to the township. So
You need a
I'm okay
motion?
with that. Yeah, I'll make
Yeah.
that motion. Do we have a second? Charlie second, all in favor? Aye. All right, thanks, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
I'll get the paperwork up to the county for that.
Okay.
Will you need a resignation letter from me, do you think?
I don't think so, I think
Okay.
it's just a form, but I'll double check, I'll let you know if I
Yeah,
need
let me know.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think
You're not
so.
going anywhere, Jim.
No.
Thank you. Certainly appreciate it.
And I won't wait, Jim, I won't wait until next meeting to let Tanya know, and she can spread it to you guys as to what the game commission says.
Okay.
So we can maybe save a little time there.
Okay. And to come back around to the comments to the emergency plan.
Yeah.
Again, I apologize that I didn't bring it with
No,
me.
it's fine.
I looked at it, probably, it's 2 months ago, I think you gave it to us.
It could be, it's a
So-
document.
So a month ago, I put it in the pile and
It's-
to grab it, put it back in here.
And Tanya's doing a great job in updating everything, and
Yeah, she always does. But how about if I'll get my comments together and try to type it and send them back to you. That way you can look at it beforehand and then we can discuss and get together with all of us.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, is that it for emergency management?
yeah, I think so.
All right, thank you. Financial treasurer's report time.
Okay, beginning balance on the general fund was $264,253.36. We had receipts totaling $175,427.52, for a total with income of $439,680.88. Expenses of $76,484.82. Interest of $360.19, leaving an ending balance of $363,556.25. Penny and bank general checking, beginning balance $2,314.48, interest only of 29 cents. Ending balance $2,314.77. Bank of Landisburg general savings account, beginning balance of $2,537.58, interest only of 63 cents, leaving an ending balance of $2,538.21. Highway aid at Mid-Penn Bank, beginning balance of $9,963.87, interest of $10.56, leaving an ending balance of $9,974.43. Bank of Landisburg money market savings for highway aid, beginning balance of $2,799.39, interest only of 69 cents, leaving an ending balance of $2,800.08. Pliggett Prime beginning balance of $390,208.14, interest of $1,279, leaving an ending balance $391,408.93.
So you said $1,279.
$1,200.79.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Tony. Now on to the secretary's report.
Delinquent trash accounts, I've been monitoring the payment arrangements, and we have to date collected almost $12,000 in delinquencies. P-card program through Pliggett, the applications have all been submitted for the program, the account is all set up, and I'm just waiting on the cards to come now. I've been holding on ordering the AccuFund utility billing software, waiting for my replacement to be hired because I'd like them to be involved with that implementation. I don't wanna get it and start working on it without them here. I have not heard from the painters yet. I'm gonna give them a call and find out, they'll just be starting sometime this month on painting the exterior of the building. I drafted the letter for approval to be sent to the senior billing accounts, and I gave you the applications for the senior and low income. I do have those on the agenda later for your input. The direct deposit setup has started. Again, I'm waiting for the new secretary treasurer to be hired because I want her to be involved in that implementation. And the only other thing I had was that I met with Nick a couple of times and reviewed the IT stuff for the township.
Okay. Thank you, Tanya.
Nope.
Okay, that takes us to resolutions. We're starting with 2719 mature general fund budget and road equipment. Tax money CDs at Mid-Penn to Pliggett.
There's the first one.
Any questions, comments?
No.
Okay, or
I know what's
motion to approve resolution 2619?
I'll make a motion to approve
Do we have a
26.
second?
No, I'll second.
Resolution 26-19 is approved. Thank you for this, Tanya. Takes us to resolution 26-20, road equipment, number 3, CD maturing at Bank of Landisburg, also transferred to Pliggett. Make a motion to approve resolution 26-20. Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
Charlie, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Resolution 26-20 is approved. And the last one is resolution 26-21, liquid fuels 3-month CD maturing at Mid-Penn Liquid Fuels Checking. Thank you.
And that'll be moving into the checking account to pay for the paving project then.
Okay,
Yep.
okay, resolution 26-21, motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve
Sean makes the
2621.
motion, do we have a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor? Aye,
Aye.
resolution 26-21 is approved. Okay, new business, review and award the roll-off dumpster and trailer bids. Okay, this is for the equipment trailer received May 11th. We only have one bid. Bid for trailer from Braden, Braden Little, for $500. Motion to approve or accept that bid, do we have a second?
I'll second it.
Charlie second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay,
Can I have a motion to allow Johnny, I would have to write a letter for him to have permission for, on behalf of the township to sign over the title to the purchaser.
oh,
Whenever you go to do the title exchange,
Yeah.
we're gonna have to have a letter authorizing whomever.
okay.
He's gonna go
Yeah, so,
I'll make that motion, do we have a second?
I'll second it.
Charlie second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
thank you.
Thanks, Tom, for,
Mhm.
and the dumpster.
I didn't get anything on that. I guess my next thing to do would be to take some pictures and try to send it out, and see if I can get any interest that way.
Do you have an idea what the township might get for something? I have no sense of what the,
Well, when I looked them up, it was actually considerable, when I looked them up, it was actually a considerable amount of money that they're selling for, even used.
considerable is.
$6,000, I think they were.
Okay.
I would imagine they're pretty pricey, but
They
Yeah.
are, but it's just finding a,
somebody
So,
sold
Somebody
it.
buys
but
it,
maybe I could put together a photo and, some details on it and
Okay.
send it out and, you know,
It's been sitting, they've been sitting for
see if I
a
can
while.
let them know that that it's been advertised for bid and we're looking for interest for the
Okay.
next meeting. I can try that,
You can try, yeah.
okay.
I mean, I don't know, would Penn Waste be interested in that?
That's who I contacted,
Yeah,
and they were
check
interested,
around.
But you didn't hear anything back?
but they never, I emailed them
Okay.
twice. Because Andrew, who I deal with on a regular basis, is the one that he actually called me and said, hey, you guys have these, are you getting rid of them? And I said, yeah. And then when we put it out for bid, I emailed him and said, okay, we're getting rid of them now, and
Yeah.
so I did it again this month, and
Didn't
same
get it.
result.
Okay.
So I'm thinking maybe if I send up some pictures, maybe.
Yeah, maybe, yeah, they.
So I'll try that.
Okay, thanks, Tony.
Mhm.
That takes us to item B, hiring of road crew employees. So this was Willie's replacement. We hired a gentleman named Anthony, Tony. Again, that was the executive session that we had on April 29th. So we made the offer and he accepted to Tony $24 an hour plus an additional $1 per hour once he obtains his CDL. And then Johnny is now road crew foreman, and he was at a salary or an hourly rate of $25.75. And I make a motion that we raise his to 28 an hour. Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
Charlie second, all in favor?
Aye.
I guess I need to make a motion for Tony also, for 24 plus the $1 for the CDL. So I'll make that motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
Sean second, all in favor?
Aye.
Yep, good.
Okay.
And Tony's doing a great job.
Yeah, he's.
Johnny's very happy
squared
with
away.
him too.
Good,
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, came highly recommended.
Yeah, one was mown today and the other one was taking trucks for inspections.
That's a win.
It's good.
Yeah.
Good. 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 Hiring of secretary treasurer, so, we did, speak with, a couple of folks so far, and gentlemen, I was gonna ask, we have an executive session after tonight's meeting to, discuss details. I think we independently spoke with someone, but we should talk about that, so. That's it.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, Schreiber demolition permit, we've got that here in front of us. Mr. Schreiber's here?
Yes.
Yeah. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, good. So what do we talk about on that?
So Mr. Schreiber would like to tear down a smaller structure, and he already has his permit approved to put a larger one up for storage.
Okay, so this is just looking for board's approval for the demolition
Mhm.
permit. See no problem with that. Make that motion to approve that demolition permit. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Charlie second, all in favor?
Aye.
Permit's approved.
The hard
Now
part's
Max
there.
is still signing.
Yeah, Max
Yeah.
will sign off on everything.
Yeah, please
Okay.
do that.
Thank you.
Thanks, Harold. So we got one.
I
Is that my
have that,
copy?
I
That's
made
my
copies
copy.
for
Okay,
you,
thank
I have the original here.
Thank you. Okay. Takes us to item E, dumpster for the township building.
So, Johnny had asked me to look into, the possibility of getting a small dumpster for here at the township building. Because quite often, when they're out mowing or doing whatever, they're picking up stuff off the side of the road, car parts and whatever, and the trash cans just aren't big enough for those kind of things. So I got in touch with Penn Waste, and, they have a 6-yard dumpster. It is 6 foot wide, 5 foot high, and 5 foot 4 inches deep, depth wise. And to have it dumped once a month, it's $116.75. And we would no longer need a can, obviously. The one thing Johnny did say to me is that he doesn't know if we will fill it often enough for monthly.
Him and I've discussed that, and if possible, maybe they could do a will call sort of thing.
So
If
I
it's
was
full,
gonna-
don't do it.
contact them
Yeah.
to see if there's a chance that we
Yeah.
can use this rate, but or call them
Yeah,
when
yeah.
it needs dumped instead of every month.
Yeah, that's,
Maybe it'd be more often.
well, you may hit that time when you have two in a
Yeah.
row or something, but, yeah, that's.
Yeah, but I think it would be really helpful because quite often, when they're doing something, then they have a pile of stuff sitting out here.
You know, it's still clean up.
Yeah,
And they should just be able to throw it in the dumpster and
Yeah.
get rid of it. I mean,
yeah. But it would help in keeping things cleaned up, but this is here if anybody wants to see it. There's an 8-yard on there also, but we don't need anything that big.
Clear solid waste superintendent. Motion?
I would make a motion that we get the 6 cubic yard dumpster.
Second.
I'll second it.
All in favor? Aye.
In the beginning, they just wanted to bring us a roll-off.
Yeah, I contacted them.
Of course
And
they did, of course they
It
did.
started with a 10 and went up to a 40-yard, and I'm like, that's
No,
not
no,
what I
no,
had in
no,
mind.
No,
I said it'll be full of water till you
till those
even
guys
think about
come,
coming to,
yeah,
need to dump it.
we'll be able to get it on the truck.
Okay, you need this.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, item F, announcements. May 28th, Lambs Gap Road will have flaggers for base repair. May 29th, Lambs Gap Road will be closed for paving. And then June 23rd, the Supervisors Meeting will be 7 PM. July 3rd, the office will be closed for the 4th of July, and there will be no change in trash collection. Old business, we already discussed the IT proposal. Senior and low income application, reviews table from April meeting.
Remember?
I do, but I don't remember all the details of it,
Okay.
other than it was kind of, I thought too ambiguous.
So what I wanted to do was, send letters to all of our senior residents that are currently on senior trash. Because it's been quite a while when reviewing the list, there were some people that were deceased and the property's still getting billed for senior trash and whatnot. So the letter was, Rye Township is currently auditing our trash accounts for accuracy. We are currently showing account number blah, blah, blah as being billed at the senior rate of $48 per quarter. In order to continue at this rate, you will need to complete the enclosed senior discount application. If no response is received within 30 days, your account will be removed from the senior trash rate and billed at the current regular rate of $59 per quarter. And then, you had told me that you guys had never seen the applications that were being used.
Not pretty.
So I had reviewed them and, did a few updates on them. That's the senior, and then this is the low income that one I've not had anybody, additional added to that one.
Okay.
There's only, Laura, is it 3? Yeah, there's only 3 residents that are on the low income.
one.
Yeah. But I verified the income levels and stuff, for that low income one.
So the address cannot have any outstanding delinquencies or past due balances. So they submit this, get it approved, and then become delinquent. Then what happens?
We do not currently have any delinquencies in our low income.
Okay.
We had one, but the account's been paid off. The bulk of them are working people.
Okay, I just didn't know if we had to spell it
But, I
out.
mean, if they don't stay current, there could be a provision there that they are taken off of. That's not gonna help their cause, but, I had passed that around for you guys to look at
Yeah,
previously.
in my note, let's
Yeah.
discuss
But
one
you
before or
yeah.
after the next board of supervisor meeting.
I'm pretty sure I had given you copies of
Oh, you
that
did.
last
You had
month.
it.
Yeah, I've seen it.
We still have time. I just would like to get some of this work done before we implement the new billing
Before you
system.
gotta change
Yeah.
things over, then you sure everything's starting with
Yeah.
a clean slate, so.
Yeah, I just wanna make sure that we don't have language in here that may be open to multiple interpretations or, has the solicitor looked at this, or
I
have you
don't-
been through any of these?
I don't believe so.
Can we get
Want me to
copies?
forward
Yeah,
them?
please, just,
Okay.
just,
If it's
because again,
emailed,
Okay.
some of it, to me, appears a little, I don't wanna say ill-defined, but it's loose
Do you want them to go to
interpretation.
Gib and copy you on it?
Well, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Does that sound good to you? Because
Yeah.
again,
Yeah.
I don't want us to step in something that, we try to make things good and then it becomes more of an issue. than
I'll
it
send
needs
a
to be.
letter
So
in the
we'll
applications.
get it correct on the
Yeah,
front
that's
end and
fine.
be good to go.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Tom.
Yeah.
Okay, were there other items tabled from?
No.
Okay, okay, approval and payment of the bills, Tanya.
May general fund check numbers 18648 to 18665 in the amount of $17,856.91. No checks void. Payroll check number 8675 to 8685 in the amount of $5,078.93. No checks void. And the second payroll was this week, so next time you'll probably have 3 on. But that's it.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve payment of the bills. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Sean second, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, Tanya. Our second part of citizen participation, this is for items that are either on the agenda or not on the agenda. John, you're on the
All right.
list first.
My comments tonight are regarding the park in the RTCA. Earlier this year, the RTCA held an egg hunt event where over 40 kids came out to hunt for eggs. In the summer, we have our Junior Explorer event planned, which we typically provide for 15 kids, and on September 26th, we have the second annual Rye Fall Fest event. Volunteers worked over 175 hours to maintain or improve the park since January 1st of 2026, with over 650 hours in 2025 and 800 hours in 2024, all for the benefit of the community. We had 4 reservations of the pavilion or building in May, and all weekend days except one in June have been reserved. There are also 2 girls softball teams using the ball field this year. The community values and is using the park. After obtaining multiple grants, the RTCA completed the roof replacements on the building in fall 2025 and the pavilion this spring. This was money that was not provided by the taxpayers of this township, but they received the benefits of the RTCA volunteers obtaining them. The entire building roof was installed by volunteers, preserving the extra grant money for a contractor to complete the pavilion roof. The RTCA is continually trying to make the park a great place for the community to enjoy. The RTCA submitted a revised settlement agreement today to the township. Please review the revised agreement, and if not agreeable in its current form, make suggestions that would be amenable to all of us. What was proposed by Rye Township last month will close the park, eliminating this asset to the community. That's all.
We received that.
I haven't gotten anything.
Who did you send that to, John?
Down the corner. Well,
Yeah,
his firm.
I forwarded
Okay.
a copy of the 3 supervisors.
Okay. Anyone else? Any public comment? Jackie, you're on the list. Nick, we already spoke.
Did anybody hear anything about cutting the trees back on Lambscap, on the
Did Johnny-
Camden Township
And,
side?
yeah, thank you for, did, touch with, he had somebody he knows over there?
Yes, and I said something to him, and I bet he forgot about it, but he said, good luck. Like, we'll make I will mention it to him again tomorrow.
Yeah, unfortunately, we can't go and cut it, so,
Oh, I know.
yeah.
Somebody
But-
said they knew somebody.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I emailed them several times.
And Johnny knows one of the guys that
Last
works
year
over there,
and
but
this
it's
year.
just one of them deals where,
No. He's only one guy amongst however many.
I can't remember.
Yeah, whose land is that?
Oh, yeah, lots of them.
That's his game land.
It's England.
Yeah,
That's what
And
I'm
that's the big problem, because
Yeah.
you know what we gotta go through.
yeah.
Yeah, the game commission.
Tanya's gonna prod Johnny again tomorrow, this week, is Johnny tomorrow?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, do we know why that side's staked? They do have stakes with markers on them.
Yeah, there's a pole,
That's for the, that's for the PP&L power line.
Oh, that's PP&L.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would guess they'd likely take down some trees for that project.
They're gonna take that a lot.
Yeah.
They should take down a lot for that project, but we'll see. I
The
don't know.
commission doesn't like you touching their trees.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll stay right at the edge of the right-of-way line.
yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, that'd be a good face-off, the utility versus the game commission.
As long as they stay within the right-of-way line.
As long as we're not in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, hearing no additional,
May I just speak up
Sure,
on
Deb.
data centers
Mhm.
that are obviously a very big, heavy topic in Perry County? And currently, Watts Township is developing an ordinance for the data centers. And I have taken the time to review that document, it's fairly large, in hopes that Rye Township will use that as a template.
We already have one that we have
Okay,
started as a
well,
template from.
I did make comments to that, I have not seen the one for Rye Township.
Well,
It
there,
does not-
it's still in its infancy yet, so.
Well, I'd like to say that we really need to move on that because they are currently purchasing lands from people with enormous dollar amounts
Mhm.
to build the data centers near the Bloomfield. I know there's one in Shermansdale, we need to take action now. We can't sit on this too much longer. And if you have that ordinance, proposed ordinance for Wright Township, I'd like to see it.
That's not, the planning commission isn't done with it yet, but it's in, it's on our, it's been on our plate for a couple months now, so.
It'll be advertised and available for
When-
review
yeah,
before
when
it's adopted.
Well, when it goes, yeah.
okay, hearing no other comments, it is 7:53, and make a motion to adjourn, do we have a second?
So don't you want to adjourn into executive session? I guess it doesn't matter.
Close the meeting and.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
just close the meeting as we
Okay.
typically do, so I make a
Okay.
motion to adjourn at it's now 7:54, do we have a second?
I'll second.
Sean second, all in favor?
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned.